We good? Why are you on there? Are we live? Let's see. Are we live? Let's see.
Wait, am I?
Are we
good enough?
live?
Okay.
Let's see.
Am I going? How's it going, guys?
Are we
good enough?
live?
Okay.
Horn Games super fancy
Am I
live
going?
stream.
How's it going, guys? While I sit and make love.
Good enough.
Okay. Sitting here bored anyway. Am I going? How's it going, guys? While I sit and make love. Keep me on sitting here bored anyway. Am I going? How's it going, guys? While I sit and make love. Keep me on sitting here bored anyway. Am I going? How's it going, guys? While I sit and make love. Keep me on sitting here bored anyway. Am I going? How's it going, guys? While I sit and make love. Keep me on sitting here bored anyway. Am I going? God, why does that start unmuted? Or it starts, yeah. Well, good, I can two-player. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, the stupid preview starts with the volume on instead of muted. Yeah, alright. One of these days I'm just gonna talk to myself the whole time. Alright. Okay, guys, which kid was playing right before we started? Based on the outfit. Nobody knows? Alright. There are no winners. Going back. We're not lagging that bad, are we? It seems like the previews are doing okay. It's not fast, but... Ah. No, Seth is blue. Seth is blue and Parasaurolophus. Whatever you said, dinosaur. Womp womp. Alright. So what I was messing around with, and you can tell me if you think this is an idea worth playing, if this is an idea worth pursuing for levels like this. Still feel like it's a bit difficult. I mean, I could either use you know, the gaps like way later on, but I feel like, you know, that's kind of how the super fancy the SFPA levels work already, so it would be nicer to make this a bit easier. So I did I made some clips here that's going to tell the shell that that's more like rough golf, so you can see it stops there, and that would just be something that would have to be reflected in the art, so I could draw bigger graphs there. Kids, see, last time Seth was playing, I thought he was yelling very adamantly that he always has to be blue. So I thought you guys would, come on, we've had 5 live streams so far, you should know everything. So something like that. I don't know if that's going to make it too much easier. I can, that's weird, tweak the values of that, but I think that, you know, just having it get there and then roll off is kind of miserable, so I think that would help. Blue Pants Fox hat, that's right. I think he just got the fox hat. I guess he went back to the dinosaur. So he started, it was really cute. He's like bragging that he beat the challenge levels. Warmed my heart. Because Daddy, this is a really hard challenge. Alright. So then, onward to next level. I'm gonna disappear here. We'll see. I would like to have this game free. I'm sure you would. Alright, so, does anybody have any ideas? I don't have the shell hitting the jump springs yet, but is this, yeah, this should be a free one. For 10 in here? Let's make sure. Can you see over here? Yeah. Now we're gonna have to make another column of levels here. Alright, cool. So this is still just our little test level. So I was thinking, how about a maze kind of level? Okay, so I was thinking about using more of the blue corners and walls. I think we can do that. And make it a bit more mazy. The only issue with mazes is it's the most interesting the first time you play it, and which is fine. But I usually worry about people being able to play the levels over and over again. Whether they do or not, who knows? But if there's some sort of time, you know, on the other hand, it's fun to see if you know, if you have multiple paths, which way is faster. Alright, so let's do... I want to do a bunch of blocks, because those are a bit more predictable in how the ball bounces, so I think we can throw a bit more of them on screen. And we'll try to actually have multiple paths this time. I think that's a good exercise, because I usually don't think about that. Alright, so orientation's good. Let's try to actually, so we're gonna be moving right, and let's try to actually use our up and down space a bit more than usual. So how's everyone's Tuesday going? Enough about me. This level's very easy, yeah. So many people. Where is Pekin card? Alright. All the stupid, like, numbers. There we go. Okay. I found some numbers. Now I am happy. Does Golf 4... I'll have to check through them. Might be busted. Does Golf 4... Okay. Since the stupid chat takes so long to show up on an archive stream, I'm going to try to get in the habit of reading back the questions, because I usually just sort of mumble while looking at the chat. Or all the time, I guess. But I'm going to try to get in the habit of reading back a question. Actually, I wonder if I can put... Can I pop this out? I'm just going to put it where I can see it easier over here. Alright. Alright, so let's do sort of my mindset while going through a level. I want to introduce the player to the theme, right? So if we're going to use a lot more blocks, then let's do something that's simple, you know, easy for the player, nothing that's going to challenge them right away, but just give them a sense of what we're going for. And since we're doing multiple pathways, let's make a big old equal signs right there. You didn't answer to Golf 4? I said it might. I don't know, I have to check them. Things might be broken. I thought I ran through them all before, but I copy them back and forth depending on if I'm debugging it or just playing through. So I'm gonna have to check. I haven't. Yeah, I didn't upload last time since I was trying to get the rough grass patch code working. So that should go up pretty soon though, unless we introduce something else. What didn't I answer? Just the... If Golf 4 works? Oh, how does Golf 4... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you asked... We're saying the level was busted. What was Golf 4? I'm gonna try not to get sidetracked. I'll check that in a little bit. That's not one of the complicated ones. Okay, now I'm just curious. You did it. It's your fault. Oh, is this one that's broken? I think it was messed up. But you should be able to pass through there now. Was that what was wrong? I think the player was hitting these too. Yeah, I'll get an update after the stream. And yeah, fix that too. Since usually dashing into the ground is a bad idea. Alright, back on task here. So back over here. Oh, back to my face, why not? And you're about to answer if the platforms in the beginning don't let the player through, they're just bugged and I need to upload an update there. Bad YouTube. Be nice. Alright. So let's actually do, it's gonna force the player to decide here. Back, and we'll leave main on. How's that? That is still way too small. So how's it going, guys? Anyone play anything interesting lately? Is it possible? I don't think it's possible to get the ball stuck, though. It's the only thing I'm worried about. Nah, because you can just do that. I should make that a little bigger so that you have to hang. Yeah, you heard of that game too? Nice. Oh yeah, so you, Lusium, just started playing Super Fancy Pants pretty recently. Which I think everyone else is pretty sick of it by now. But how is your fresh opinion on it? You beat the whole thing already? What's the best section of levels there? Alright, good. So you jumped in the beta too. So now is as good of time as any to say. We are working on levels that are being added after the stream's on. If you have the game on Steam, you can join the beta. Kitten Caboodle is the password for it. And play some levels I'm working on. Come jump on the stream, give me some feedback. No, the whole game. What's how do you like the game? What parts do you like of the game? I want to answer seriously, but I was saying, okay, well, doesn't have slide into ledge grab. Oh, I'm mumbling again. All right, give me 1 second, and we can discuss some of that before. I don't want to get too repetitive from stream to stream, though I know a lot of people are probably just joining us. Well, I say a lot, but how many people we have in here? 11. Alright. Best mechanics. We're in best part. Nice, okay. So you like the more newer, more complicated stuff. So Julian Lee asked, why doesn't it have the slide to ledge grab? It was a cool move, but that was one of the moves that I put in there just to kind of have in the game. I don't know if it really had much of a function. And if you're trying to slide off a ledge, it would actually slow you down. That and the ledge hop, I say when the game, I wasn't as happy with how World 3 controlled. And it was a bit floatier, and so there was a lot of moves that I put in the game that were there to, as basically as a band-aid to how the game worked. So like for the ledge hop, it looks cool, but you're running through in World 3 and your jump is much slower. So if you hit something, you're running and you just kind of run into it. In Super, you're gonna clear it much easier. So if you have a series of little blocks, and we should put some of those in this level too, it's much easier to just hop on top of them and keep going. And the ledge hop was added just to stop the player, or try to keep the player going when they would be running at a wall and they would jump and they would kind of float upward, run into the wall, and so I would force them going forward. And then I kind of just kept messing with the walls from there. I'm trying to think of why I actually did the slide to ledge grab. I guess maybe because his hand's down and it looked pretty cool. I think I was imagining a duck running at you, and you running away from the duck, and then doing that, and the duck like flying over your head. Like this narrow escape. Sometimes you just have these little scenes in your head and you want to design levels or write code around those specific scenes. But it was something, I think at the end of the day, just slowed the gameplay. And for Super, the entire idea was to just make everything as streamlined and as quick and as responsive for the player as possible. So, if you are running and you're sliding and you want to be able to just drop straight down and keep going, instead of having to double tap down. And I don't know if there's really ever a time when that was really useful. I had I guess that doesn't even do that anymore. So you'd, if you weren't pressing forward, he would kind of grab the ledge there, which he doesn't do now. But there was times when people would be playing and they would just be slowing down. They'd grab the ledge, it would, kill the momentum. They have to hit down again. That, and it was just a ton of different animations, and I really wanted to try to somewhat sanely limit how many animations I ported over to AS3 in the new engine. It wasn't a huge thing to do that, but there was a ton of them. And it was just me stripping everything out when I started working on the game. And then, like when I say from the ground up, that's kind of what I mean. I took the very most basic moves for granted, and everything else I questioned before putting them in. And then the stuff that did get added were moves that could be chained together with other moves, like the ink boarding and the grind rails and the slide poles, all my goofy words for everything. Those are all moves that you go from one to the other very quickly and fluidly. So all those moves were more about capturing the feeling of like an infinite runner, but with all the control and exploration in a traditional platformer. And so something like the ledge grab, it was a move that was made to stop your momentum, and that just wasn't any good anymore. In the very least, I wanted to take a step back from it and make sure I, basically saw it and tried to see if I missed it. And I think I honestly kind of forgot it was in there. See, best hat is the fire one. Yeah, that's good thing I got the remix back in there then. Plain purple pants. Illusion likes plain purple pants. Remember accelerating insanely offside and landing, and you just slam into a ledge grab. So exactly. And that might be what you want to do, but it wasn't part of the core identity of this game, if that makes sense. I kind of set a very specific goal for this game and tried to stick with that as best as I could. And of course there's the combat that is still different from that, but I don't want to when the player is actually running around, and they can kind of choose to stop and engage, just like they can choose to stop and explore different parts of the levels. Alright, so let's try to Let's start branching this out here. I think yeah, there's a lot more flow to the game's motions and the player in SFPA. I take that as a huge compliment, because that's what I was trying to do. it's really try to make every single decision while building the game in service of that. And so the difficult part about this, or what we're going to need to solve, is how do you make the ground, the lowest possible area, how do you make that not the easiest way to go? I'm wondering if a simple fix for that would just be, actually no, wait, I do want that, would just be to make this not a very safe place for the player. So we don't have to put a huge gap or anything, but when the ball's bouncing all around, any gap is going to be kind of a pain. So of course they can clear this, but in the very least it's not, you know, going up is going to give you this like one step away from falling into a hole. I think if there's anything more interesting that I should be doing than just sort of setting things. So I think if I want to try to drive the player upward, the easiest way, or the simplest way, would be to just make the path, the higher path, the safer path. I think. We're going to try that. Kind of keeping our theming, blocks jutting out. I don't know how that's going to look in art, but I'm sure it'll direct the art in some way. And let's do another way, just making the ground much more difficult to bounce the ball on. Oh my god. Share world one out of 1, 2, or 3. I do like the Flash version of World 3 a lot. Because there's a lot of stuff that I fixed that was messed up in the console. I mean, not even messed up, it's just like missing animations and really small things, but those are all the things that I like to focus on. But I mean, you know, jumping online and doing a King of the Hill is very unique to the console game. And such a huge step above the other ones. You know, especially above World 1 and 2. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You'll probably... The worst part of these live streams is everyone's going to realize that my level design is really just me bumbling through what feels better to play through. So it might lose a bit of the magic, but I don't know. I like seeing behind the scenes in basically anything. So I'll ruin the magic a bit. I stream really often. Yeah, we've been doing it once a day. I don't know how long we can keep this up. But it's been fun so far. Like I said, I'm usually just sitting here making a level, so I might as well just talk while doing it. I usually just have a YouTube video or something on in the background. Oh, I wonder if... Oh, man. I wonder if that was skill or luck. Probably that was entirely luck. So that looked really good, but I'm not sure if it would be easy for a player to repeat that. Let's see. I don't know if I answer this question, but let me see. A vision of how the game will... Do I have a vision so far of how the game will look in World 5? Yeah, I have a general, like, sketch of the theme of that world. I want to try something with the enemies. I haven't coded it yet, so we'll see how well it works. But as for actual plot kind of where it will go and how World 5 will end, I'm not so sure yet. Because World 4 always had a very easy... it was easy to lead the player since there was always a very specific finish, right? I think, isn't that like a script writing thing? Write the end first? Maybe it's not, because some people like to kind of follow their characters. Now I can't get up there. I guess I can. Alright, I can't jump from here to there. Oh, y'all gotta remind me when I forget to switch. I'm gonna turn that off for now, and then leave that on. Can you make more extra levels? So the extra levels were actually done while I was working on the game. They were some of the quickest that I could get out to give everybody more content. What I think I'll do now is go through and add some, I don't know, we'll call them like nostalgia levels. Some of the levels that should come back from 2 and 3. And so we're definitely going to need to take a vote on what levels people want to see. Alright, can we keep going up? We have down here. Extra 4 is not familiar to me. Yeah, I didn't share all of the levels while making them. I don't remember which one that is, but you know, because there was some that the large blue one was an extra in the remix for the key holders. Yeah, though that's the large one, right? Extra 2. And that was me kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to do level design. And then the other ones were mostly focused on a single like mechanic. I think one of them just has a gap and a spring in the middle of the gap because I was redoing how the springs felt. You don't get stuck on them now. And my voice sounds like really scratchy. I don't know if I'm just really mumbly and terrible right now. I always like listen to my voice later and go, oh, that sounds terrible. And then when I try to like do a fake radio voice, it just sounds like a normal human talking to me. So I don't know. I don't know how terrible this comes off when I'm just sort of working and mumbling to myself. Or kind of mumbling to you guys. Let's see, which of course makes me want to see how... Okay. 13, so we'd actually... I was wondering if our numbers were going to drop a bit. Because I don't know how many people want to sit and watch an entire stream. I think we can probably get them a bit more condensed once I kind of figure out what works and what doesn't, if we're just going live. And usually the most difficult part about more multiple maze-like paths is, you know, I'm having an idea here, hold on. But you need to check kind of all the different paths and some things, you know, if you're going for a consistent, you know, I like to have a consistent quality, or not quality, well, yeah, obviously, but more consistent difficulty. And so if one platform's slightly off, it could be, you know, it could be able to be jumped to, but if there's like just this random spike in difficulty because of one platform, I try to avoid that. Ah, come on. Points. Why would I want to point there? You are the smooth button after all. Alright, what if we... I'm thinking here. What if we continue down this way, but make this even more difficult? Maybe more of a straight shot, but, I don't know. I don't know if this would work. or if this would like have the intended effect. If we go down here and like there's our drop off, like something kind of crazy. Probably can't do that far. I know, or would that feel too much like a separate level entirely? Why did you decide to make World 4 plus a single story? I think the one thing that Fancy Pants has had the least of is story, right? So I wanted something that was simple, right? So there was still the kind of that one goal for most of the time. Started out something a bit more eye-catching. And then took the series in sort of a different direction. And whenever you have a big change, you know, different enemies, or you know, different mechanics and a different type of level design, it's just much more work than creating more kind of within that palette. So pretty early on, I wanted to do, well, let's see. So plans changed quite a few times. I'm going to play through while I talk, I think would be good. While working on the remix, the plans changed quite a few times, because we went, I was almost, for a while I was thinking about if the keys did well enough and the smaller releases were popular enough, I could do a like really small World 4 and then do World 5 as you know, more in line with maybe not as small as World 2 but closer to World 3, maybe a little bit larger, and then string them all together, and then we might actually have some chance at hitting, oh, did I not? We'd actually have a chance at getting all the way to World 8 anytime soon. But it just kind of went from me questioning whether people would really care that much about smaller releases, and if we had a bunch of smaller releases, would it be that big of a deal? And so that got bigger, but the endpoint still stayed pretty consistent. So we still had the same end plot point, and the idea that things were going to be a lot different after that. But at the same time, well, y'all won't be... Your boy Jeff asks, will World 8 be the end? Sad face. You're not going to be sick of World 8? Or sick of FPA by World 8? I don't know. I assume I'm eventually going to work on something different, but who knows? I mean, they're still making Sonic games, right? But I like the way I was structuring World 4 and 5 and 6 in my head left it pretty open for how it was, oh no, I don't think we can get back. It was left fairly open. I might just have to do that. How big or small I was going to make the games, so we could change. Man, guys, I am so out of it today. I think I was just way more awake yesterday. Need an intermission for a coffee break. "10 years in." Yeah, it's been a while, so it's like if I've gone this far. Probably need to just learn to, if I don't have anything to say, just not say anything and save it for when I actually have something interesting to say. So is there a place I can download the music? Yes, Mike uploaded to his SoundCloud. That's what it's called, right? SoundCloud? I get all my sound, I'm gonna say Sound Studio, but that's a program that I use. Mike has the soundtrack for sale. And that's a good way to support him too, because he's an incredible musician. Oh, Okay, this is gonna be too easy if we just have that Bandcamp. Somebody check. Maybe Bandcamp's the one that you sell, and SoundCloud's just where you stick things. So, SoundCloud, where exactly on Sound? Can someone post a link to the actual soundtrack, so I don't have to just pull that up? Well, sure, but if you would rather support Mike's work, and it'd be easier to beg him to work on World 5 if people actually download the soundtrack, I'll throw that out there. Oh, okay. Is it Bandcamp, though? We should be able to just put Fancy Pants in Bandcamp by Mike Resnick. Oh. The issues with going live. Okay. So there you go. But yeah, he put in a lot of work and had to deal with all of my revisions and very specific details and visions on how songs sound. So if you guys can support him, I would really appreciate that. He definitely deserves it. Oh, I keep meaning to move this down and then I don't. Alright, appreciate that. I mean, man, Mike really put in the work for for Super, so... Alright, are we punishing the player for trying to take the easy way out and going down? I think we might be. So I don't think this is going to end up as a very large level, but we are trying something different. And that is what counts. Oh, someone's home. We can come play. One sec, guys. Give me a minute here. Alright, sorry, seeing what the plans were, but I think I'm gonna let Seth run through this and see how it is so far, because by my estimation he is going to try to go down there and then get really mad when the ball falls in the hole and then do it over and over again. So I'm kind of curious. Alright, Seth, you want to try this out so far?
Yeah.
So we're making a level that is more like a maze. So yesterday we did a puzzle. Today we're doing a maze.
Yep.
So I want to see how you do with it.
We can see how about we make it a really hard one and make some dead ends.
You know, you said some dead ends. I wasn't going that far. I was just gonna give the player... What do you think, guys? Should we do dead ends? Have your kids ever finished Golf 9? We're gonna have to... We'll torture them with it some more later. They haven't yet.
And you have to go the other way and look for your way out.
It's. I think they know what dead end is. We gotta ask them if that's something that they'd want to play.
So eventually you have to make a spot that we skate. Check it out.
Yes, that's how mazes work. Thank you, Sam.
And then it can show you, and then
It's a nice idea, Seth.
Yep.
They like your idea. So, all right, guys. So, since I can't surprise you with this anyway, where should the dead end be? Middle, top, bottom?
So that could be a dead end.
The top?
Yeah.
I don't think we should punish the players for going all the way to the top, because I feel like that's actually be pretty difficult. Maybe just for being boring and going in the middle. Let's put a little dead end in the middle here. Well, how about, Seth, I'm gonna let you play this. I'm gonna go grab something.
Okay.
And then, oh, you guys need to remind me. I'm over here. I need like better shortcuts.
Sorry.
How about 2? Huh. I think if I do 2,
You could. So.
maybe multiple shells and holes in one levels. I think that would be cool.
Okay. That sounds good too. Don't do it to me. Yeah.
Alright, where can I find the World 1 Remix OST? Oh, so that's... If you have a key, I'll send it to you, but since Parse broke, I can't, that won't, like, go out automatically anymore. Or, I mean, hey, if you bought the game, maybe I'll send it. If you bought Super, maybe I'll send it to you. We'll see. Prove me you spend some sort of money feeding my family, and I'll send you things. Or you can look it up on YouTube if you hate me.
Dad. Yeah, but you have to put on YouTube.
Well, yes. Alright, so start. Don't scream, your brother's still sleeping. This is still the nap time streams.
Yep.
And I'm gonna grab a surprise for our audience.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
Okay.
Did you
Shoot me an email then.
there yet? Did you put the dead end there yet?
No, the dead end's not there yet, so I want to see what you think of all the other ways to go. There's a top, there's kind of a middle, and there's a bottom. So let's see. And since the shell is going to be falling downward, it's going to get harder as you go down, because the lazy people are going to let the shell go low. So we're going to see. I'll be right back.
Yep.
No yelling, okay?
So. Sure. I want to go in the middle. Don't. No. So, I gotta get shy with it. Here's Daddy.
Alright, so you are on... Well, you're still in the beginning. Let's see how you do.
And then we can put that in then.
Yes, we will put the dead in, but I want to see how far you can get. And I'm going to kind of see... Never got my thing... I know, guys. I know. I'll get to those. I have a hard time on concentrating on more than one thing at once, so if I start doing that... Oh! You gotta be careful if you go down there. If I start doing that, nothing else is gonna get done.
But the shell's the only one who can go. It's the one who goes down.
But I at least have the iPad Pro, so it's pretty easy to just draw without having, having to be stuck at the computer. So I think once I actually start those, it's not gonna be too bad. If you stream World 5 development, yeah, probably. We'll see. I'll run some ideas through people, see you guys. All right, here we go. So Seth took the middle path, so he needs to get the dead end. We're gonna give you a dead end. All right. So where should our dead end, Seth, be?
In the middle.
So let's.
How about you make lots of dead ends?
Lots of, oh my goodness.
Like some you have to jump over, some you have to go under, some you have to go through. How about some spiky
Can't
dead
go
ends?
over
Make
it.
Spiky. How about some spiky dead ends?
Making games live. I mean, that's what I'm doing now. A lot of it goes from coding. I don't think I'm gonna code live just because it takes
Oh my daddy.
way too long. Yeah, of course. I leave and come back and he's wearing the dinosaur hat. I told you guys.
It's mine.
Told you guys
It's
that is
mine.
his dinosaur hat.
Yeah,
Why don't you go
it's
play another golf level while I'm drawn down here? We'll keep you up there and leave on the Cintiq there. What are you doing?
Look in my pants.
Look in your pants. I don't find it a good idea. What thing? Streaming or the bumper or coding live?
How do you cut out of this?
Hey, oh, hit
How do you go
attack.
on to level 3?
That's not level, that's players.
Wait, this is level 2?
You just put it on 3-player.
Ah.
Or 2-player.
Hey, but then how you get on to...
Seth has a very lazy friend. This is lazy co-op.
No. Hey, fun. Yo. Would you like to come and play with me, Dad?
Yeah, so what I'd probably do if I would get a feature working and then would live stream that and probably, you know, why's the bumper weak? I don't know, I'll check. On level 9? Shouldn't be. Here, Seth, go check the bumper. Go check the bumper for me while I do this. Yeah, go to 9. You know what number 9 is, right? Go over there and go to 9. That's the level we were working on yesterday. So, no. Yes. Alright, let's see. So while I'm doing this, you can tell me if the bumper is strong enough. Alright, so how are we going to do a dead end? I'm thinking it'd be more like a trap.
Like you get trapped and you have to try again.
Well, yeah, you have to go backwards. So, something just like, something pretty simple. I don't think it should be anything crazy. If we just do like that, or would that just be evil? Make people knock the ball back out this way. I'm gonna make Seth go in there. Oh no, so close. That was a good one.
Dead.
So what were you saying about that bumper being weak? You might have an older version. Just check the update after the stream.
How do you keep the button down and get to sharing?
How do you keep the button down? You don't have to keep the button down. I don't know what you...
That's my plan. Let me get bounce.
Why is this snail? Oh, the snail. I just never coded him in. I mean, I stuck the shell in, like in downwards and was gonna put a snail there instead of just the shell. I just never did. And it doesn't really change anything. I think World 2 gave the...
I can wall jump down. So, oh.
What? No.
Jump out.
No. No, you can't. The snail gave the shell context. And for this game, it's more of just, well, you know, there were snail shells. I know that's probably really lazy to do it. I feel like it's not as necessary to prove that, like, the shell is needed. I haven't updated yet, but we will. So that's not gonna. No, you're being too impatient. Too impatient.
Oh, why is this showing up? Get up.
I'm thinking if there'd be any use for that. It just seems so evil. But, we'll be a little mean. We can be a little mean sometimes. Up. Boom.
Now it's my turn to help the shell.
Yep. No! Shall em cry. Shall em cry.
I killed the shell.
You're a jerk.
I would fall down. Here I go. Whee!
Okay, Seth, if he's just goofing around again, it's not very helpful to me.
I'll make you fall. I'll make you fucking joke. Boy. Get up there. There's another way you can just get through that hole.
What?
You have to bounce it up. You can get in the hole by jumping in it.
Hey Seth, I drew you something.
What is it?
I drew, you see? You have to look in your preview here. Can you see you're sitting on the floor now?
So does that when it falls?
Hey Seth. Hey Seth. Sad shell. Sad shell.
Get out of my screen. Look, I wanted to look sad when it falls. I just go wah wah like a baby.
I want the shell to cry as I neglect it.
Like a big baby.
Good lord.
Let it be a big baby. The biggest baby in the whole world. It was
You're the worst.
Please, can you make that happen? Please, 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 pretty, please, 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 pretty, please. What? Oh.
I just wanted to tell you how funny you were, Seth. So funny.
Please, can you make it cry?
You're
I'm going to keep that jail. I'm going to do that jail.
Hey, since you asked about Android, I just wanted to say oh great, you can see all my screens. That's not an iPad.
Bad jail! You done! Nah. Please, can you make this?
Triggered! Androiding intensifies.
Please make the shell cry when I make it go down.
You are a horrible person, Seth. No.
Fancy.
The old buttons. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about?
This
is a new build. Don't make me turn this build around. No, it's got the new, see? The circles are the new ones. They're meant to be more like, you know, physical. What do you call that? More, tactile? I don't know.
Oh no, it's broken. It's flinging too much. Boing. Hey, I have to get up there. Oh.
It'd be fair if you already had SFP. No. Oh, Seth intensifies. No, I that would be awesome if I could do like, yeah, you have Steam, so you get mobile for free. Like, I would if I could. Just none of those are connected together. You can't tell Apple to not charge people for it. But I do like that idea. Would it really though? I just wanted to see again. Okay.
You're that jail. Please. Hey, why did it pull me back here?
Because you killed the shell. We're going over here. Alright, where's our... We actually can go pretty high over here. So we're gonna put a little slice of heaven to jump up into. So, Fancy Master, am I doing this the right way? Is this mazy-ish, or is only having one dead end there just not enough? What do you think?
I think it's dead ends.
Okay, well obviously Seth wants all the dead ends.
Make everything dead ends.
Oh my god.
And no movie. How about you make some tricks and make things super hard?
Seth, alright. Once you can beat every single level, then we'll talk about making the game more difficult.
As difficult as you can.
Maybe a couple more. We'll see. Okay, so what if I do... I don't want to just add dead ends to be like, oh, here's a dead end, and the player just being like, well, that was dumb. But the ball kind of running away from them just over to here does sound pretty funny. We'll have to put goofy art over here. So we'll put some Easter eggs. You just want everything to be sad.
And then make,
No, Seth, we need to make the world happy. We're here to make the world happy.
And make Daddy Bad go, yay! And he's oh!
Why don't you put the APK on the server? Because, I mean, I'm sure you understand how dangerous it would be to have an unlocked APK. Kid, I'm talking. Kid. Hey, kid, I'm talking.
I want to do a fight. Invite someone.
No, no, because you are gonna start screaming. Do not do it. Do not do that.
How about this? Is this volleyball?
You can. That's volleyball. You need to. You can do basketball by yourself. It'll. Yeah. Android is a pain. Let's just say. I mean, not that I want a monopoly on the market. These monopolies usually work out terribly for everyone. But not being able to tell if the device is a phone or a tablet is a pain when you're just coding. Get off of my sound waves, child.
You get 2 points, please?
Seth, I am your father.
No, you're not.
Well, then get out of my house. Why are you here?
No, you're not. Oh, wait,
Mini challenges. So, mini challenges, would that work for golf, though? I don't know. Maybe like switches that would make the level easier later on, but I don't know how fun that would be if you have to do that like every time you play, or
Yeah, get out.
I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud now. We probably need a lot more bits and pieces. Hey Seth. Hey Seth, get lost in a dead end.
Never.
Okay, can you prove it? Oh, let me see you not get lost in a dead end.
Come here, Shell.
How far up do you think the player can kick the stupid thing? What do you think? You think we can like get it up there? Telling you, making golf levels is much easier when you don't have to worry about any bad guys or anything. It's very nice. Let's see my cheap way of increasing the angle there.
Give me a point.
You know what, Seth? You know what I want to test? What if you got in your own basket?
I got 2 points.
Amazing. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Basketball will...
Oh my god, you're gonna kill.
It needs to give you points for getting other players in. Like, that's a fact. Because that is way too funny.
Oh, give me a point.
Alright, Seth. I want you to try... let me go to level... what is it? 8? I think it is? Try level 8? No, over here. To level 8. There you go. Hit jump. Yeah. All right. See if we're testing on you now. See if this helps any. You'll see what the Snailshell does. No, I have a game. If I get an APA, would you get mad? We're getting some morally questionable ground here. Man, you're gonna make me regret making an Android version. What kind of device do you have?
Where am I?
Seth, stop getting lost. You're the one who wants all the dead ends and you get lost in a straight shot.
Is that where you want to begin? So you like it?
Yes, it's super hard. Remember? Okay, who just said make the level so super hard and then make it harder and I will beat it all? Right click on the game, go to properties, and then there should be a beta tab. And that is how you get in the Fancy Pants beta. But yeah, I mean the beta is actually, at this point, since we've been working on Android for so long, the beta is quite a bit further along. Oh, I didn't even say how you did that, but you did it.
Yeah.
A Wiko stuff.
That's easy peasy.
Cheesy fleazy?
Yes, easy peasy.
Cheesy fleazy.
Make them hard for me, Daddy.
So.
I did the hardest job.
Alright, Seth, let's see how you... Okay, you fell. Let's see how you handle those dead ends.
Wow.
Go for the dead end. No, no, no,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
no.
Wow. Wow. Ooh, what's this? It's the train. Why is there nothing you can do up here?
What?
Why is this not like a secret place?
Oh, it should be. Even my own son knows that should be a secret place.
And you can roll in and slide in, and the spiders you go yo 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 yo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. You ran up. What's a dream? What's a dream? What's a dream? How about you make bad guys come out of that dream? And then first about you, yo, yo, like little flying dudes, like little flying dudes. Go, oh, what's a bad guy? I will get him out. I feel so secure. Here's the goal. Whoa! 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 Jump! Jump! Whoa! Jump! Hey, what's this door? Why is it going close to up? That means it to be like a secret thing. Why is this not
Seth, why don't you design the game? Maybe you should be making the game.
Whoa! Well, you have to give me your code then.
I don't know. Maybe you should do it yourself. Seth runs a stream now.
Oh, there's my people. Now get those spikes. Get them, okay, guys? Okay. Oh, oh. You wanna play with me? You wanna play with me, guys? You don't? Let's play by two guys. Oh, hey, you guys want two teams? You did. Oh, oh. Oh, this is so funny. How about we...
Seth earns the elusive Sad Clown Award.
What? Daddy, would you like to play with me? Now get on, grab it up here.
Daddy is not here right now. If you'd like to leave a message, please speak clearly at the tone.
Now stay on together, okay guys? Hey! Yo, start to jump.
Jenna, help! Help!
You'll die, you know. Oh!
Help!
Is it going to start then?
I'm taking screenshots and sending them to Fairly.
Now you. Now you. Spin up. Now, can these guys spin? Or do I have to press jump? You have to press jump to get up the spring? I guess I bounce on your heads.
Jenna! Help! Come laugh at Seth. I don't know.
Hey, it's a secret. Come on, guys, let's beat this secret. It's so we can hang on each other. Help it's a fight secret.
Alright, Seth. If I...
Wait.
Where's my controller?
Go! How am I supposed to get up there? I keep falling off. I don't get to go up. See? Oh.
Alright, Seth.
Get up.
If I get you to the other side of the level, I win, and it's my stream again.
Okay.
If you get me to the other side of the level, then you get to be a little anarchist
Okay.
for a few more minutes.
Okay.
You have to defeat your father. No, you need to knock me over that way. You're all the way over here. If you can take over my hill. Ah.
I took over your hill. Yo. Or not. Go, get out of my way. What a...
I think I won, so.
No, you did not. Wait, let me choose my hill.
Really? That's why you're losing? Really? Hey Seth. My stream. Mine.
No. Come and get me.
I'm coming.
Come and get me. Yo! Yo! Whoever gets it, how about we have a race to the hill? Okay?
What? No.
So we start on the way.
Alright,
Oh.
alright, we're racing. I win. I
No, not like that. We have to
this?
say ready, set, go!
Like this, Seth? Like this?
How about
Alright,
this?
go.
Okay, we have to walk down this hill, and whoever gets down first is the winner. But well, you actually wait for when I say go, okay?
No. It's my game.
No.
No way.
No. Yeah. You make me so. Oh. You make me want to saw you. No. We have a ways to the hill. Have a ways to the hill. That's what I wish you. Hey, everyone. No. Yes.
Alright.
You're cheating.
Back to reality.
No, you cheated.
I think I destroyed you.
No,
Poor
you're cheating.
Alright,
You
try. No, what are you doing?
Let's try to
No.
find each other.
Stop. Oh my god, stop. I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna lock you in the back room. Do we have any free closets? You... Alright, go in the back. You're not helping anymore. Bye-bye, Seth. You're not helping me. No, I'm not joking. Go. I'm really not joking. Go now. Hold on, everybody. Alright, and we're back. Fairly, can you help me out? You busy? Everybody's so busy. Alright, where were we? So I didn't even try that level. Alright, I'm gonna let Seth calm down a bit. Oh no, I did it. Thanks, Seth. Nice revolution you had there. Maybe deleted. Let's hear the music. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry guys. I hate when real life gets in the way of things. But where were we? We were making a level here a long time ago. We're gonna have a stream. I'm gonna do a stream where it's just us like fighting and doing 4-player basketball and all that. But I want to try to somewhat stay on track here. I don't even know how long we've been doing this. Does it say live for an hour? So, what do you guys think the right length for these is? We've been doing around 2 hours, 2.5. But there's not that many streams that I like personally would watch for that long. So I'm wondering if we should try to keep it like about an hour, or if, you know, it's just something y'all are putting on in the background, and it's fine. Brad cheated. What? It's my game. 4 hours. Alright, but if you're not there for the entire 4 hours, I'm gonna guilt you very, very, very badly. I'm deleting the game from your computer. Alright, where were we? Actually, what I want to know... I like this. I mean, 2 hours. I've seen a lot of live streams that go like 3 hours. 1.5 seems a pretty good length. I'm just worried about like running out of things to do for... I mean, you know, we have kind of the structure right now where it's one level, and that takes probably about an hour to do. And then we kind of goof off for a while after that. Alright, we need something there. 24-hour streams. That's nuts. I've seen like charity streams like that, but I can't imagine doing that often. I've said it a few times, but I want to start breaking up like kind of into highlight reels, 'cause I think a lot of the bits and pieces would make for good YouTube uploads. I don't know how edited they would be. But if we start doing that, then having like a pretty long stream like once a week and then breaking them up and releasing that throughout the week would be good. But I can't really do that if we're doing a new stream every day as we've been doing. Concept art, drawing the level details. Yeah, definitely. I'll try to do one where I'm just arting a level. I've mostly been using I've mostly been using the iPad to draw levels since it's a pretty chill process. But, you know, that might be a good one when I'm maybe just talking on the stream. That'd be a good like Q&A while doing level art. Seems pretty chill. Yeah, we've been pretty chill so far. Use force local. What is force local? Or are we all being Jedis here? Bread drawing levels. Oh, the save thing. Is that the beta messed up? So there's a weird thing. I don't know if it's Steam or if it's the plugin that I'm using to get the air to talk to Steam. But if you quit while the game's saving and then load it back up again, it will just come back undefined, and it'll you can do like does exists. You can check to see if the save file exists. So I do that with the main settings. I don't know if I have to do that with something else or some of the other save bits of the game, because if you quit it while like changing a level and then come back in, it'll load up and think that everything's supposed to be undefined, which, you know, is never the case unless you have a fresh save file. So so now in the beta I check for like if exists or whatever, and then do like a timer. It's like every 2 seconds after that I check to see, and then after like 3 seconds I'm guessing the files are downloading. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there. I kind of hate it's ironic because I use air, right? But I usually don't like using middleware like that, because then I have just no idea what's going on, why something's messing up. And if I do, I try to poke around in as much of the code as I can to see what's actually happening. But with Steam, I mean, we're going through like 3 layers there at that point. Yeah, I put force local because, I mean, I've just been describing, yeah, Illusium is accusing me of putting force local in the save menu. Because, yeah, I didn't know if Steam was going to bug out, and it does in some ways, so I didn't want people to have an entirely new save file. If something bugged out, you'd at least be able to... So, I don't know if I want to... I was trying to think if I should like make a backup on each machine, but then I'd be worried about somebody going to a new machine and then the backup overwriting the Steam version. You know, would I have to make my own pop-up asking which version to use? I mean, there's like a lot of problems that could come with trying to do that, but it seems like that would be the safest. But then I would have the more stuff like that I try to do, the higher the chance that I mess something up in the chain. Alright. So the player has 2 paths that they can come from now. So I wonder if we should just... Let's try so I don't want you to be able to just come down here. So let's... I used to make you... Let's keep that a bit higher and then extend that one down. Why is that there? And I was saying the higher path, once you get it, you know, I'm gonna have to purposefully make it a bit easier, because getting it up higher is usually more difficult. So maybe, you know, once the player gets it up here, maybe we can do something that's a bit more fun, where the ball can just kind of bounce around a bit and come back down. And then I don't want to just spit it out though, because you'll have lost all control at that point. But maybe, let's think. I don't even know if it's gonna work. Need to have all this much smoother. See, maybe let us choose which save slot to use to save. Well, I do. Whatever save slot you click on is what it's going to be saving on. It's going to automatically do save slot 1. Are you talking about with the force? I just need to put some options in there. I need to have like duplicate save file and you know, delete save file. So I know a lot of people have been asking an easier way to start a fresh save. And that's why the save files aren't in the release branch yet. They just need more options. I'm trying to think of what I'm doing here. Actually, I'm not sure. Practicing World 1. So what are the test level and bonus for? And the so if you click bonus, I'm trying to think. A bit of a, it's not really a tutorial, but if you're in the beta and you click on the debug menu, so you pause the game, find the little unmarked button in there, then you get, you know, all the levels, and that's really for the beta testers. So don't get in the beta before. I recommend not looking at that or jumping around until you've beaten the game. If you click on bonus and then click on a main level, you go to that level's bonus level or challenge level. And test level, I'm not even sure. That might have been something I was just trying to make a quick shortcut to. The arena is like a combat test level for the inkies. So I actually don't think I used the inky spawner nearly enough in the real game, I'll admit. Test level being extra too. It probably was at one point, yeah. Either it is that now, or if it goes to the village, that means there's nothing there. Test level, yeah, there you go. So it's probably trying to load the test level, but I moved that over to the extra folder. And none of the World 4 levels are named like that, since it's all like level 0A, B, C. Makes it a lot easier since there's only one bonus level, per main level. And I really do like that main blue test level. I'm kind of mad it didn't make it in. I think the planes play pretty similar to it. And I think I was going to break it up into a bit of smaller levels and use it, but I don't know, I just really like making levels, so if I have something older like that, it's hard for me to like stop and just use that. So I'll open up a new file and I'll start placing stuff instead of pasting older things. Blue multiplanes. Alright, so if we go down, this seems like this is going to be the easy path right here. Oh, I forget I'm cutting off the bottom of the screen so that it goes in 16 by 9. Hope I'm not drawing too low here. So this is probably the easier path. So I think once you get here, the players should have to work their way up, and then this is just gonna come out this way. So I'll give you a bit of a ledge to stop on. And then some climbing, but we'll keep more of that style. Maybe I'll put in some of the blocks like we were using. And I'm just copying and pasting all these curved platforms because that's really the best one to use with the Snailshell. Might need to use some of the like rough grass pieces. I wonder if I should close it off so the player doesn't get confused and try to go up there. Yeah, I'll leave it open because I know one of you guys are gonna do that. Is Real Mr. Video still around? Because I said I was gonna try the beginning of his level, or the not specifically the beginning, but the beginnings of the level. Check on the progress. Can you guys hear Seth singing in the background? Seth is gone but not forgotten. I know this mic can get like really sensitive. Alright, cool. How many, there's not a max, it's just every single one's gonna take up GPU memory. And it's gonna take longer and longer to cache. I mean, you do 30 as long as it's small. I do have code that if it starts to, it might actually just be for the size, so you could probably crash it if you put too many backgrounds. There's not a max, it sounds like a flute. Oh, beautiful. Biscuit Seed says it sounds like a flute through my headphones. Jenny, you hear that? I asked if they could hear Seth singing. He says it sounds like a flute. In his, yeah, so there you go. Is that our background music? And I'm not monitoring the game itself. I'll put this back on. I like hiding my kids, but I'll come back. Oh god. I zoomed in a bit. Like... So if I just leave the music on in the background instead of pausing it, I'm not monitoring the actual game. So sorry about that. But I think you guys were saying that it's much less awkward when there's not silence, so that might be better. What is it on now? The boss music? I gotta change that. What music should we have for these? I don't know why I'm looking for the Snailshell like it's actually rolling here. I'm not that fancy with the level editor. Let's put one more platform like here. I feel like if the shell starts jumping off, that's probably a weird angle. My hair just like sticks out the back. It's crazy. There we go. It's not as bad. It's the important things, right? Priorities. Let's see. So we're gonna make the player start to kind of move that way. Have enough. Oh, we need a little more space there. Yo, Fairly. Think you could play through my level? No, you don't like my level? I'll turn the camera off. Just for you. Yeah, it's on right now. I was just saying hi. Seth seems to be no, Seth is... He's not crying. He's making train whistle noise. He's playing with... I'm sure he's building something. They, I don't think they know how to play without making train whistle noises. They've all taught their younger brother that when you were playing with Duplos, you must be making train whistle noises. So, half the time while I'm working... they will be woo. I think they just sit there and go woo, and that's it. That's how you do it. I always think of there was this movie that like they always showed us in the library in grade school. It's The Mouse and the Motorcycle. It used to be an old book. I don't know. I'm probably dating myself horribly. I think it was old when they showed it to me. So, where it's just a mouse. Yeah, constant hype train. And it was a mouse that got in a little toy car, and whenever it would make the car noise or the motorcycle noise, it had mouse and the motorcycle, obviously. It would make the car move. I don't know, magic, I guess. And I always think of that. They're just convinced that in order to move their Duplo trains, they need to be making a train whistle constantly. So that's my headcanon. Let's do... Actually, I want to see how that flies out of there. When is it not religious? I like trains too, I'll admit. I think it's an animator thing. So, I feed all the kids obsession. Why don't you come on stream and complain, honey? You wanna come complain over here? It'll really mean something. Everyone can know how miserable you really are, being surrounded by trains constantly. I don't know if she would complain more about the kids or about me, though. Never mind. Oof, I got a terrible headache. I had a terrible headache yesterday. Just when we're in that, like, spring weather changing. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. That's fine. Oh, okay, so what, can you do this? I'll do Real Mr. Videos level, and then we'll wrap it up. Does that work? I don't think he's been working on it for too long, so I don't think it's a long level anyway. But on Seth's request, we have made traps. I don't know what's going on. And the other kids are still sleeping, so... I don't know how, somehow they sleep through Seth yelling and screaming and trying to defeat me. I guess it's just every day for them. That's what we've been doing, honey. Yeah, I don't think it's that long. So Fancy Master recommended doing more of a maze layout. Seth said we needed 3 billion dead ends, I think was the precise number. It might have been. I might be underestimating here. Oh no. Here you go. Cat is ragdoll. It's like, if I have to get on the stream, you're gonna deal with my cat. I know. He's been quiet. He's just been sitting over there.
Every time I sit next to him, he goes, "Meh."
Me. Me. Me.
Should I go put you back in your spot?
You should just put him on your lap and play. Alright, and then we'll have... Good night. It's Nora's nap time. Where are we? Boop.
He's not mad.
They think he's mad. Mad, kitty.
He's not mad. He's not mad.
No, no. Show your Norris. Show him how beautiful.
Where do I put them? Over here.
Yeah, it's up there.
He's so happy.
He's like, help me, help me. Where's Chuck? We need to get Chuck in a stream. They keep asking about poor Chuck.
Probably out in the treehouse.
Yeah, I'll grab a picture sometime for you guys. He just chills outside. It's really funny. Is it Norris? Oh, yeah, he's... How old are they, Jenna? Like 11 now? No, I think she went to go find Norris. We'll see. Same combo. Any levels? I think most of that code is still in there, but no, that's the Tony Hawk platformer level. I'd like to find a way to wrap that into a level. Oh, here we go. And back. Ta-da! This is my panda. Chuck's a little whiny baby. Come here, Chuck. This is my kitty.
That's Brad's kitty.
He's a sweetheart. We have just the most tolerant cats. Say hi for the stream, Chuck. He's like, what am I doing? He's so confused. Here you go. Come sit with me. Good
He was
boy.
under a chair in the back. I walked outside and I was like, oh, he's not in the treehouse, and I hear,
Me.
oh, you're under a chair.
They're like our little kitty alarm system outside. Alright. Alright, guys, where should I put the golf hole? I'm thinking just kind of like over here somewhere. You know what? Hold on a bit. I don't have any that are sideways. Should we just do like a basketball like that? Would that be nuts?
He's so happy, bro.
There you go. See, this is the best way to work with kitty lap. Just gonna have the camera here.
There you go. Big kitty.
If anyone doubts that our cats actually love being held, no, he's perfectly happy. Uh-oh, someone's getting jealous, Shanna.
Hi, Maya.
Jealous dog. Alright. Anyway. Oh no, what do we do? Yeah, it's an app that has that built into it. Okay. Suffers bugged golf hole. I'll check the newer builds. I might have fixed something. Is that it doesn't end the level properly, or you can hit it from underneath? Not only 7. Yeah, I need to run through all of them. Alright, what do you guys think of a golf hole more like that? Like the basketball? And I'm wondering if that will be too annoying if you have to like actually hit it over.
Brian's so happy.
No, the cat's just sitting here. He's a goof. Alright, honey. We're making the end pretty difficult. We'll see. Mostly want to see what you think about the structure of the level.
Tell us to know if you ever missed the Field War 1 and 2. Did you answer that?
Miss
Those
the...
years when things were different. Me
Ever miss
when
the
he wasn't
feel?
married?
Like, yeah, making it out of, like, my parents' basement, basically. Well, upstairs, but... No, they're too floaty. I go back and play them, I'm just like, oh. Do we even have... No, we have a ceiling there. I think we can just extend this over here and not need that. I just... like, looking at World 2, I kind of like how the turn animation was, where you actually run backwards for quite a bit first. I don't know if I'd say I miss it, but I found that interesting. But for the most part, I'll kind of refer back to the older games, because I'll change things and I'll work on them for a while. And then I'll play something older and just be like, oh, no, I actually made it worse. So I try to, like, keep kind of an A/B test fresh in my mind. Like, World 1's really stiff. I think I was trying it... Was I playing that? Maybe it was just the remix. Like, even the remix, the actual release of it, is way different now. Where, let's see, sorry, where like, oh, that's the other controller, where like if you turn back and forth, like you had to wait once tapping, like this one breaks the animation. I mean, that's a compromise between the animation transitions lining up properly and the game staying responsive. Oh, I think we need another platform there. Yeah, this is getting a little ridiculous. This end might be a bit too hard. We'll see. Forgive me, honey.
What did you do? Ooh, I did.
What did you do? Again. Fairly has a talent for losing her phone. She's very good at it.
On the bright side, I also have a talent for finding it.
No.
Yes.
That's what Find My iPhone's for. You have an app for finding it, honey. There's an app for that. Haven't heard that in a while. Guys, you need to see. Guys. Happy kitty. Hey, Chuck. What's up? Aww. I like cats. Chuck's a good boy. He's a sweetheart. Sorry if I turn into a complete idiot while petting my cat on stream. There we go. This is true indie developing right here. Stick your cat in your lap, Jetta. What you think? How's this?
Kitty vision. Oh,
There we
look at
go. This cat.
Little doll
This is what this stream needs.
So much cuddles. So happy.
Chuck better not be on Tinder. I won't be able to make levels. I can't get animate. You can't get the demo of it? There's a trial.
So happy. He's
Happy
purring.
Alright, babe, wanna try this out?
No.
What?
But I'll do it.
You're the worst. Chuck.
Okay, I don't know what you want to do.
I
about
hate that the
thing.
cats are so much more photogenic than I am.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
so sweet to not add me onto that.
Would you like to be on, honey?
I don't care.
But whoa, what? Why is that over there? Oh, the phone bugged out. All right. Is it live again? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come back.
It's a skeptical ninja.
Yeah, the phone, my stupid cable's all messed up. It looks like it's plugged in, but oh, please don't crash OBS. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I think we don't use the ink dash thing. Alright, so we don't have any more video, but there you go, honey. You wanna grab a chair? It's right there.
Sound of chair. Oh,
Yeah,
chill.
let me do one more export to make sure you are current. And then refresh. Alright. Rejected. Let's see. Don't use the ink dash move enough. I mean, that's true. I usually like moves like that I have optional, like the wall jump in World 1 or well, anything in World 2, I guess. That's kind of more used for the golf. Or, you know, certain types of wall jumps in World 3. I tend to just put a lot of moves in and then never use them. So hopefully if the players have that from the beginning in World 5, we'll actually try to, you know, use them more so. And then the problem with having multiple releases like that, you can't really assume everyone's played World 4. Are you exploring?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go.
Grab the mic here.
Really? You're gonna hold it up to my face?
We need your live
Ow.
reaction. Hey Chuck, you wanna headbutt the mic?
Oops.
What did you do?
I left.
Accidentally, huh? Oh, okay. 10.
Purring in the mic.
Chuck's the best streamer. Streamer kitty.
Oh no, it's gonna go off. Ugh. Darn you.
So this level is getting a bit more difficult. Definitely.
Really? Yes.
You noticed? Oh, I stayed.
Best thing for when there's a time limit.
There's not.
Yes, there is, because we have to be somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's that time limit.
Hi, Chuck.
So once you, yeah, if we get kind of stuck, we'll at least get a, a feedback on the feel of the level. I'll go ahead and run through, and then we'll get ready and whatnot. Time management, guys, it's hard.
It doesn't work when... Oh, darn it. That backfired.
How do you explore the level? Last golf level. I'm thinking we're doing 20, unless you're trying to tell me to stop streaming. I'm shooting for 20 right now. We've been pretty consistent doing one level a day.
Oh my gosh, I keep going through the door, Brad.
Yeah, I don't know how to handle that. I mean, maybe... Should we just hide the doors? Guys, what do you think? Hide the doors and force the player to quit out, probably? You think? Yes, no?
Probably.
Alright.
Especially the snail shell keeps going back to the dang door.
Bad door.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever amount you want.
That didn't work.
I kind of want to see something else. Your boy Jeff.
I saw that. I knew he was gonna say that because he complains every stream. I want to see him do this. I want to see him
See something else like being streamed, or
He said he
what
wanted
Fairly's
to
doing right now?
something.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we got 10. We'll art before I get to the back 10, and maybe we'll think of some new ideas while drawing. Maybe a few new mechanics. If it'll be good to kind of run through everything and see if anything gets repetitive or if there's any interesting mechanics I can put in there.
Seriously, like 3
You
things.
tell that ceiling, Jenny. You get that ceiling.
I told you about 5 seconds.
Here, I'm gonna make your door disappear if you're worried about that. I think you're doing okay. If you go back to the beginning, just refresh.
That's great.
No, I don't know. Maybe it's a valid path. Maybe it's up. Nope. Eek. Should killing the ball reset both?
That's a nice. That's what I tell Brad. I only complain because I care.
Here, let's
It doesn't make it true.
get your door, and there you go. Should I tell everyone the story of the stupid IP camera while we're doing this? And see how junk. So it's like, no, I'm concentrating.
I can't believe you're making me this right now.
Okay, so you can see there's multiple paths. There's a bottom, there's a top, there's a middle, and there's a few dead ends on the way by Seth's request. But this is supposed to be a bit harder of a level. Maybe that should probably be more. You're on R, yeah. Hey, that used to break everything. Are we good? Do you yield? Should we save it for another live stream?
Probably. I need to go get ready.
Alright, so Farrell's gonna get ready. I'm gonna pull up Real Mr. Video's level, custom level so far. Alright, sorry guys, real life beckons.
Good.
Alright, so we'll see. We shall see. Okay guys, so Seth's been good. Should we let Seth try this level one more time, or should we go straight to Real Mr. Videos? Oh no. Seth's trapped.
Dad, do you want to come see Daddy?
Let's give a vote to the chat. Which one first? Alright, we're kind of on a time crunch, so if Seth plays, it's not going to be for too long anyway.
Are you tired?
Play No, we're not timing you. No, well, we have someplace to be, so you can't play forever and ever and ever.
No.
No, we'll definitely do a 4-player battle with everyone. I think we're going to have one stream that's just us playing through as a family. A family game. At least you're loyal to the Snailshell, Seth. Uh-oh. A challenger approaches.
You want to challenge me?
No. No, we do not have that much time, Seth. They did multiplayer?
Can you play?
Who can nap with... We haven't made any puzzles. It's a big. This is actually a pretty hard level, so I'm just letting Seth try it out. It's a bit of a maze. It has some dead ends.
But I choose the middle.
Fairly do a pairing.
I choose the middle.
Oh no.
I choose the middle. Okay, I choose.
That's the problem with typing things, right?
Everyone chooses the middle. I choose the middle.
Of course, I'm not a comedian for a reason.
Because I know you did not put a dead end in the middle. There's no dead ends.
I don't think you're fooling anyone, Seth.
No.
I don't think they believe you.
Why not?
I don't think they believe you. It's just because they're smarter than that. What do you think, chat? Should Seth go to the middle?
But how do you even know what they're saying?
It's a chat. If they say anything to you, I'll read it to you. All right, Seth. One more death, and then I'm doing Real Mr. Videos level. Okay.
And then can I play again?
No.
We're gonna go.
Then we gotta go eat, dude. We gotta eat.
So if I die one more time.
I'm hungry, Seth. I'm hungry.
No, you're not.
But I am.
No, you're not. You're a grown up. It takes years for grown
I'm a grown up. You're not hungry. Do I not eat every dinner time, Seth?
Yeah, sometimes you never eat.
Sometimes you never eat. Oh my god. Seth, where's that middle path?
It's right in the middle.
Maybe we should make... I'm kind of thinking of things as Seth is playing, and that's why you guys are here. So I want you guys to watch Seth, and oh, thank God I switched it over to gameplay, and you're not just watching the Cintiq the whole time. Any parts of the level that look like they're too difficult, advise me.
So you can make them easier?
Make them a little bit easier. This is going to be a pretty difficult level, but I don't want you stuck at the beginning and not getting to the difficult part, right?
Just think in the middle.
Are you too good for the middle ball?
No, don't get to the bottom. Ah! Died. Get back, you shell.
Died. Here, look. Do this refresh real quick. I'm going to refresh you. Oh, you're already down there. Try that. I'm poking around at things.
No, stay.
Hungry, I eat 5 microwavable cheeseburgers.
Oh, why does the shell keep going down?
Bad shell. Bad. Maybe I should make it angry when it goes down, or just it'll be like sticking its tongue out, like.
But how?
I won't have time to even
But
finish
what
the
if
level.
they want to? But what if the person wants to go down?
And the trial will end. I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Illusion. He died. I know. I kind of edited a little bit though. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, we're going to Real Mr. Video because Seth, I don't want to leave him out. He was nice enough to send us a level. There's a dinosaur on my head. Let's do... I like these pants. These are pretty cool.
Can I watch it?
Yeah, if you don't start screaming. Ooh, nice. I'm glad those aren't falling platforms. Thank you for that. Watch out for that mouse.
Can I try that later?
We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get through it. So is this supposed to be like a volcano?
It's a volcano.
Yeah, so what's this supposed to be? What are you thinking of? Oh, isn't it like 2 weeks now? Yeah, Adobe got kind of greedy. Hey, Adobe. Hey, Adobe. Alright, so that's up. The mouse fell through the platform. I shot it.
What's mean?
I'm wondering if there's a bit of a problem with
What's that mean?
things. What?
What's
What do you
that
mean?
sign?
It doesn't have any words on it. It says, a mouse. That's the a mouse sign. What was I saying? So if you shoot things, then they're not gonna kind of bounce around, and then the mushy platforms, if something's on them, and then they're hurt, they're gonna kind of move upward. Oh, really?
What?
So you hurt the mouse, it gets into a stun state, and the platform goes up. And I think there was an issue with them getting stunned, and then still hitting the platform.
I find you like hard stuff.
What?
I find you like hard stuff.
Well, yeah, but it's quick so that we could both play. I don't even know what you're talking about, actually.
Come here, mouse.
It's your mouse. Oh, it's back.
I'm gonna go down.
I think it's because I shot him, so he got stunned and then he went to the platform. I'm thinking of the mushy platform later on. I don't know. See, it's good with you guys. Oh, there he fell through. Okay. So there's actually a bit of code that... I say actually a lot, don't I? There's a bit of code that checks if a bad guy is next to the platform, and if they are, then it makes them land on it. That's just my custom level set for people to try. Oh, I didn't fix that yet. I am gonna try to see if there's a way to... What? Nathan's in the... Nathan, do you have something to add?
Like it zip.
Yeah.
I want to clear these blocks.
Nathan, would you like to try a new level that I didn't make? Alright, why don't you hand the controller over to Nathan?
First, can I get these
No,
blocks?
Seth, why? Why? Seth. Hey, Seth. Seth, are you not listening again? Can you hand the controller, Nathan, please?
Okay.
You know it's recording, so I have evidence that you're not listening, and you're still not listening. Guys, put on a timer.
How much time do I have?
That's up to you. You're still being bad.
Can I sit?
Yeah, Seth, come on.
I want these
We've got a professional operation going here. I have 2 whole chairs in my office. You want the Triceratops?
Yeah,
The Tri-Terror-Tops. We need all the bad puns. Alright, and go to there. Hit jump.
Okay.
Alright, Nathan, so how was your nap?
Good.
Here, why don't you come a little closer?
Wow.
We're not putting the camera on. We're all playing. I keep looking up whenever I see that there's still people like there's more than before watching. Boom. Whenever I see that we've gained viewers and not lost all of them, I'm a little surprised. 22 people watching right now. Average view duration 15 minutes. It used to be like 2 minutes, so we're doing pretty good. 121 playbacks, so we've gained and lost people. That's fine. Try family. Oh man. Try Fairly Tops. Fairly ain't having none of that. She's immune to puns. Trust me, I've made sure she's grown an immunity. What are you doing, dude? Where are you going? How did that work out for you?
And Dad. And Dad.
You're dead. Alright, one more try, and then we're gonna go get some dinner. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. What happened there? Get over there. No! Remember, go there. Go, hit up.
What's wrong with that one?
It's gone. It's yet to be. It's yet to find its purpose, Nathan. It has yet to reach its full potential as an arcade cabinet. I don't even think my kids really know what arcade cabinets are. I've made sure they've gone to a few arcades, so I would be failing as a parent if they've not. I've made sure every single one of them have played a real life pinball machine. So that's extra dad points there. Immune to puns, that's not fair. I know, every time she just rolls her eyes instead of like crying at how bad a pun is, I get a little sad. You got him?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's for dinner? I think we're going out.
My plan food.
But usually Fairly is the one making dinner, and she is very, very good. She's well versed in the art of the slow cookery. She's a black belt. Alright, and then you're in here. I guess it'd be fair to let you mess around a bit too. Alright guys. Oh no, where did Dr. NCF come from? I'll let Nathan mess around and I'll close out the stream. So we were making a stupid movie in high school, me and some friends, and I decided to be, oh man, it was the dumbest thing ever. It was back when terrorists were funny, so this was pre 9/11, and we were a band of the most idiotic terrorists who used the most lethal, non-lethal weapons imaginable. And I was like, I'm gonna be so cool. I'm the weapons dealer, and my name is Dr. Nero, and I make the most lethal, non-lethal weapons known to man for this idiot terrorist organization. And that's it. So yeah, I mean that's a step in the long line of going from drawing like stick figure flip books to recording videos with friends to stop motion animation and then games. So it's kind of my trajectory of always wanting to be making something, and usually it's very stupid and completely self-aware and as dumb as possible. With a nickname like yeah, I know. She will forever regret making the tongue-in-cheek joke that it's fairly obvious that she was the one harassing everyone in the Congregate chat. Oof. Alright, are we done, Mr. Nathan? And close it out so everybody goodbye?
Bye.
Hey Seth, you wanna come say goodbye? Sure. Alright, we're closing it up, Mom, and then we go eat. I think just Fairly's hungry too.
See ya.
Bye.
It's a lot of jumping.
Bye.
Alright, what we're gonna try to spare you the Fancy Pants Adventures. You can do anything. It's the best game ever, and go buy it right now, because then you can headbutt and kill bad guys and fight and hiya and multiplayer and do everything you ever wanted to in a game. You'll just have to go to the previous stream for that. We good? Alright guys, Born Games Super Fancy live stream number 5 is a wrap. Everybody,
Stay fancy.
stay fancy, guys.